Here goes. I'm gonna show you how to make a 4x3 layout. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Image, and we're gonna go to Canvas Size, and we're gonna change this to let's change this to 1080. So 1920 by 1080. We're gonna zoom out. You can zoom out by holding Control and moving your mouse wheel up and down. That's how you zoom out. We're going to take the magic wand. We're going to grab everything. We're going to delete it. Okay. Next, we're going to open. Oh, you know what I should do? I should actually. Let's capture the cursor, just so you can see where I'm at and everything. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to open, what are we going to open? Open Chrome. There it is. Okay. And we're going to find a starry background. So let's do that. Starry background. Click on Images. And then I'm going to go into Tools. Actually, 1080p right here. So that one's really big. Ooh, I kind of like this one. 1280 by 720. That's the other one. Actually, you know what? I thought I saw one that I liked early. Ooh, these are crazy. Okay, never mind. Forget that. Let's just do something simple. I like this one. So let's do save image as, and we're gonna go into, let's put it in here. Let's do new folder. Tutorial. Okay. Tutorial, and let's save that there. Okay, cool. Alright, so now that we've got that, we can go to Layers, Import from File, New Volume, Tutorial. Boom. Okay. Alright, this looks really good. We're going to rename this layer to Background. We can, and then again we're gonna go into Canvas Size 1920 by 1080. Perfect. Okay, cool. And now it's the right size. Okay, so next thing I need to do is I need to create some kind of border. So let's do border. Okay, and I kind of like this color over here, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to do two borders. We're supposed to duplicate that. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We're going to do, turn this off, and then we're going to zoom in, and usually I go to corner or the center, but I'm gonna go to the corner this time. And here's, I did this wrong. Turn that back on. Did this a little out of order. So we're gonna use the color picker, and we're gonna get this color right there. I like that. Okay, now we're gonna turn that off. Okay, so we're gonna go in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make 100 by, let's do 15. So I can't get this just right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this move selection. And what that's going to do is that's going to create these 8 anchors for me to pull from. So I want it to be 100 by 15, let's say. There's 15, and there's 100. Okay, and we're gonna do, first we gotta go here. We gotta make sure that we do that. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's change this from 15 to 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let's do that, okay? Then on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to create, what did I make this? I made this 100 by 11, so we'll make the other one 100 by 15. So let's do 100 by 15. And this one, we're going to make black. Okay. Now we're going to move it so that it's underneath. I did this wrong. So we got to switch these. There we go. Okay. So now we have a border. Let's turn the background back on. That's a pretty small border. I can live with that. Actually, you know what? I don't like it. It's a little too wide. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to merge these two. I'm going to undo that. And we're going to hit escape to deselect that. We're going to grab this. We're going to move this. We're going to go up 1, 2, make it a little thinner. Okay, now that we've done that, here's what we're going to do. We're going to duplicate, not that one. We're going to duplicate this. Now there are two borders. So we're going to grab everything. We're going to move this down. Hey, look, I've got two borders. Then we're going to do it one more time. Duplicate. This is the duplicate button over here. And then we are going to go into layers. We're going to rotate this. I think this is the 90 degrees. Okay, that didn't work. I don't know why that didn't work, but okay. Let's try that again. Okay. Because it's not just going to, well, okay, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay. Control. No, there's nothing there. That's, okay, that's why. There's nothing there. Okay. So here's, we want to duplicate this one. Okay. And then let's, okay, so now there are three. There we go. And then we're going to undo that. We're going to take this layer and we're going to rotate it. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees so that it appears okay. Must not be rotating. Rotate.
Oh, I thought maybe you were streaming. I heard you talking.
I'm not streaming, I'm recording. I can stop though.
I'm gonna put stuff in the oven. You want some pizza rolls?
No, I'm full. Let's do this. Let's increment. Okay, we don't want to do that. Do anything. Okay, I know what I did wrong. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take this, align object to the center of the screen. Okay. Perfect. Boom. Okay, now layer, rotate. Okay, there we go. And now we can do this to 90 degrees. Perfect. Okay. Now look at what we've got. We've almost got a frame. So here's what I want to do with the frame. Okay, so I want to do that. And then this one, is it this one? No, it should be this one. Perfect, okay. So now what I want to do is I want to, let's merge all these together. We're going to call this frame. Okay. And then here's what I want to do. We want to, I think you could do this with a pen. No, that's paintbrush, but whatever, it'll work. No, we don't want to do that. Pencil. Could do that, but I don't want to do that either. So here's what I want to do. I want to take this and we're going to do that. Then I want to take this and do that. And I want to take this and delete it. Okay. And then we can do, well, let's not get crazy. Okay. So we're going to do that same thing here. And then we're going to go over here. Ah, that was a little fast. Okay. All right. So one of the things about Paint.net is you can have two colors at once. You see how they're right and left? I can left click for black and I can right click for that teal color. So that's pretty cool. Then you have two colors at once. Went a little too far with that. Okay, there we go. So we're going to do that. And then we'll do that. Okay, boom. And then we'll clean up the edges. Clean up that edge. Clean up that edge. Clean up this edge. Okay, now we got to do boom. Okay, see how if I lay the paint, it kind of overlays it here with this mess here. So we can avoid that with the wand, and we can just select that area, and we can do that. So that's what we want to do. So let's do that here too. Okay. Whoops. Didn't, nope. That, yep. Okay. And then we're gonna do it one more time right there. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so now we have our frame. It's a simple frame. It's not very big. Doesn't do a whole lot. But let's set it to size, because right now, you know, you've got that frame. It's small. It's itty bitty. It's not going to do a whole lot. So here's what we need to do. We need to create. Let's minimize, or let's hide this background, and then let's create a new one. And we're going to put this one under. And what I'm going to call it is, I'm going to call it shadow. Okay. And then in shadow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the opacity about 100. Okay. So here I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So if you're going to play Super Nintendo, or you're going to play some whatever, I don't know what you're going to play, it's going to be a 4:3 aspect ratio. So let's make a box that's 80 by 60. That's because that's a 4:3 ratio. So here we got 81 by. Okay, we're gonna make this right. There's 80 by 60 right there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump black in it. But see how it kind of shows up as just a shadow? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this. We're gonna take this because we know that it's a 4:3 ratio, right? So we're gonna take this, and holding Shift, we're going to expand it to take up a lot of the real estate. So I'm moving this up with the keyboard. I'm holding down Control and arrows. That way I can, you know, manipulate it. So here we go. We're going to stretch it a little bit more. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. And then we'll make it about that big. Now, we don't want to take up the whole real estate, because what we're going to do is we're going to take our frame. Okay. And let's duplicate this, because we're going to use this frame multiple times. So let's call this one gameplay. Okay, so gameplay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it over the shadow that I created. And I'm going to make it fit just right. Okay. And because I know a bunch of stuff about my frame, you know, I'm the one that created it, I can do what I'm about to do. And that is, we're going to basically extend it. Now, normally you extend things by stretching them or whatever. We don't do that here. We're gonna copy it. So basically, we've selected this area. We're gonna do this. Now, earlier I was moving stuff by holding down Control and the arrows. If you do that before you move something at all, what it'll do is it'll copy it. So watch this. It looks like I'm extending it, but it's actually a copy of what I have selected. So we're gonna do that. Now, if you move something and then hold down Control, it doesn't copy it. So we're gonna do this all the way across the top of this screen. Until it's a little bigger every time. Now, if you want to, you can also just do Control-C to copy it, and then Control to move. Okay, maybe you can't. Thought you could. Control-C. Almost there. We're almost there. There we go. Okay. Whoops. We did something wrong. Okay. Gotta copy it and do it one more time. Control-C. Oh, you know what? I wasn't pasting. That's what I wasn't doing. So to paste, it's Control-V. Okay. So now, now we're gonna do the same thing with this one. We don't want that. Okay. And now we have that. So let's hide this frame, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So we made this shadow thing. We're going to select it with that layer on, but then we're going to switch to background, and we are going to delete this section of the background. We're going to hide the shadow, and now you have gameplay overlay. Now see, there's a slight problem here with this frame. This frame doesn't look really great because it kind of blends in now with the background. So let's go back to this. Let's hide this. And we can go to Adjustments and Invert Colors. Now the opposite of blue is, on the color wheel, I think it's orange or red, so this might be a nice pink. Okay, so let's see. That doesn't look too bad, but the issue is now my border is white. I don't know if I like that. Well, let's keep going and see if we can fix that a little bit. Or not worry about it. If you're not ready to do this at that stage, you don't have to take that chunk out of the background. You don't have to do that. You can do something else. But let's go to something else. So again, we've got this frame. So here we've got one picture with multiple layers here, and maybe we want to see how this looks in Streamlabs right now. So let's just do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide this, and then we're gonna save this as tutorial. Let's just save it as untitled. That's fine. But then we got to do file, save as. We've got to save it as a ping. Hit OK, and then hit OK. Flatten. Okay. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. We're going to drag this. Okay. This is so ugly. Can I clear chat? Doesn't work. Okay. Can I refresh chat? Refresh chat. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, so now chat's gone. God, this is gross. Okay. Let's hide that display. And then let's create a image overlay. Where's image? Okay, image, add source, and then let's call it tutorial. Okay. Add new source, browse, tutorial, untitled PNG. Okay. And there's my background. Now, what I can do is I can open up RetroArch and I can start playing let's play. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do Zelda randomizers. Let's do this one, I guess. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do window capture, and we're gonna do RetroArch for that one. Now we want RetroArch behind our image, and then what we'll do is we will take this, put it right there, and then we'll expand it and off. How did we get off so much? We're a good. That's 500. That's 568. We're a good 68 pixels off. So let's go fix that. Okay, let's drag this back over here. Turn RetroArch off. Okay, let's go fix that. So we're about 68 pixels off. We have to go back into Untitled PDN. Okay, and oh no. Okay, so the problem right now is that because we deleted the background, it's gone. So when we took a chunk out, it's no longer there. So let's fix that. We're going to delete background, and then we're going to import that again. So we're going to take this, we're going to put it here, and then we're going to do that again. We're going to go to the canvas size, 1920 by 1080. Okay, and we're okay again. Okay, so we want to call this background. Okay, so we were about, would we say 60 frames off, 68? So let's fix that. Let's go into here, And let's move this. So we're at 454 right now. Let's go to 400 or so. Nope, wrong way. Okay, 454, and we're moving up. So if we move up, that'll be 46. Let's go to 520. Okay, that should be good. No, did the wrong thing. Select, now move. Okay, so we're at 398. So let's go to 460. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, let's save that. And again, let's go into the gameplay. Select that section. Go into the background, delete it, save it, file, save as. Then we'll do this as the ping again. Save it, yes. Okay, flatten. And then let's see. Let's open RetroArch back up because I'm a goof and I closed it. Load content. Start directories, master ROMs. And here's what I want to do. Let's move this over here. Let's move this over here. Let's shut display capture off. Boom. Oh. Let's lock this in place. Did I not save it? It's still not right? It's still not right. Hold on. This is really upsetting me now. Okay. Gameplay. We're gonna move this 60. We're at 4. Okay, perfect. There's 50. Okay, perfect. And we're going to import again. Layers. Import from file. Boom. Okay. Move this to the bottom. Image canvas size 1920 by 1080. Done. Go to the gameplay area, select it with the wand, go back to the background, delete it. Okay. Save. File, save as PNG. Yes. flatten. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now you have a frame, something to go around it, so on and so forth. Let's do the same thing, but with a timer now. So let's say you use live split. Display capture, boom, boom. Okay, so let's say you use something like live split, and we're going to keep on using this frame. Let's open that again. Open PDN, there we go. Okay, so we can use this frame, or we can use the one that we made in gameplay. So yeah, let's do that. So here what we can do is we can duplicate this. So let's duplicate it. So we've got gameplay. Now let's do a timer. Okay, so let's call it timer. Okay, and this one we're gonna move over here. So I'm gonna do a couple things. First and foremost, we're gonna move this over a bit, and then we're gonna shrink it down by just grabbing it. And then we're going to move it over here. Make sure it doesn't come out the other side. Like that. Okay. Almost. Okay, so we've got it at the right width. Now we need to get it to the right height. We're almost there. And think about this like as your canvas, I guess. You know, we don't need the timer to be super huge on the canvas, but we need it to be big enough size that people can see it. Maybe a little smaller than that. Okay, maybe like right there. And I like to have my timers at the bottom of the screen. So we'll move it there. We'll put it right in line with this. So we'll get down, we'll make sure, yeah, that they're right in line. And then let's move over. Let's see, what are we at? We are at 59,907. So half of 59 is 30. So let's move it right there. No, that's wrong. That's 59. It's 36. So let's do this. Let's not do that. This is 0. Okay, so 0 to 95. Okay. 45, 46, 47. Let's call it even right there. Okay. Now I'm going to go back into the shadow. Okay. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the timer. Boom. Then we're going to go into the shadow, and we're going to make this black. Really can't tell. Also, we're going to delete this. We're going to take this, delete it. And then we're going to change the opacity here. So I set it to... I did something wrong. Oh, we're not showing it. That's why. Okay. Okay. So see how I darkened it a little bit? I want to darken it some more. So let's maybe increase this to 150. Hit OK. All right. So now what we have is we've got gameplay area and we've got a timer area. Let's see how everything looks right now. So we're going to save it, and then we'll do a file, save as, and we'll make it a PNG again. And we'll save it right there. Okay, flatten. Okay, so now what we can do is we can put a timer on our screen. So let's do that. Let's add a timer. Add window capture, splits, and existing. Okay, so splits are on there, but I gotta open live split to do it. Okay. Okay, so I was a little off on the size, but that's okay. What we can do is we can actually increase this. Let's make sure it's behind the tutorial. No, we want it on top of the tutorial. That's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do here. Let's do display capture. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, this is kind of ugly, we gotta go into splits, and not splits like that, we gotta go into splits, we gotta do filters, we gotta do this chroma key, we gotta turn that on, and then we'll see everything how it should be right there. Yeah, that's centered. Okay, and then what we can do is, we got splits over here. If we click on this and go into settings, not settings, whoops, sorry. If we go into edit layout, yeah, let's do layout setting, no, not timer, that's what we want. We can change this to 01, okay. And see how it looks. Oh, look, it fits in there just perfectly. So yeah, we can do that. So let's see how it looks with display capture off. Okay, perfect. And then yeah, if we start RetroArch again, RetroArch, da 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 da. Look at that. Look at that. And then we can go inside RetroArch. We can start a game. And there's our timer. So that's basically it. So sometimes you'll want to put like a darkened, a shadow behind one of your frames. And sometimes you might want the entire thing blank. The frames that I created are a little wide, and I don't really like that, but otherwise that's all you gotta do. So you can use these same methods to create. I gotta mute that. Sorry. You can use those same methods to create a face cam window. You can use those same methods to create a chat window or change the sizes of anything that you want. So that's really it. That's how you'd create everything. There is one other thing I'm going to show you in Paint.net that's really cool that I didn't learn for a long time. So let's say, let's put that over there. Let's open that back up. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So let's say, cancel that, move that timer over. Okay. So let's say that you wanted like a heading for this or this this box. Let's say you wanted to call it timer. So let's pick a light color. Let's do something like this teal. And that should show up okay, I think. And let's make this, let's make it 48. Okay, and let's do something like timer. Okay, so we call it timer, right? Oh, actually, I don't know how to, this will probably be okay. Ah, doing this in the wrong thing. Don't save. File, file, open recent, PDN, okay. Let's create a new layer. This is where I made a mistake. New layer, not layer 7. Let's call this layer text. Okay. And then let's see, I still have teal. Okay, cool. Let's call it timer. Okay. Okay, now let's duplicate this. Okay, so now we've got 2 timers. So we're going to take this one, not the top one, we're going to take the one underneath. And we're going to go to adjustments and we're going to invert colors. Then we're going to go to effects, blurs, Gaussian blur. We're going to crank this up to 7. Okay? Now, see how it's got kind of a red hue around it? Watch this. We're going to multiply it multiple times. And now it's got this huge red hue around it. Now what I want to do is I want to merge all of these into one text. And now what I can do is I can move this down. Whoops. Oh, I merged it down a little too far. There we go. Okay. I can move this. I can put it right there. Or something like that. And then we can shrink it a little bit. Whoops. No. There we go. And now we've got a little heading that says timer. Now if you want to do the same thing with maybe a name or something like that, like, I don't know, Twitchkins or something like that, what you could do is you could spell out Twitchkins, you could invert it. Now obviously these colors are really ugly, and what you might want to do is you might want to stick to like black and white or something like that. But this was just to show you how to do it. Actually, let's do that. Actually, let's pick a fun color or a fun font. Let's try this again. So we'll go to text, and we don't need to be 48. I was a little wrong about that. We can be 24. We can be half that. And then now you can also like download fonts too. So one of the ones that I downloaded was Triforce that I really like. So let's do this. Let's do we're gonna do it in white and black. Okay. Timer. There we go. Okay. Now we're gonna duplicate it again. Grab the bottom one. Adjustments, invert colors, effects, blurs, Gaussian blur. Okay. And then we're gonna duplicate this. Now it's kind of hard to see, but I can see it okay. It's kind of hard to see with this background, but I can show you what it looks like. Did it again. Okay. That's what it looks like. So what we'll do is we'll grab, not the timer, the text. Grab this. Move it over here. Actually, maybe you want to put it right there too, like like indent it a little from the left or something like that. That looks good. And then let's put the background back on there. And then there you go. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. So you can make like a theme for this with text or something like that. Anyway, yeah. If you use all these methods, you should be able to create a pretty nice overlay for yourself. So yeah, have fun. Go at it. Be crazy.